I want everyone to think back to the last time they went camping. Either that'd be by a tent or by a camper, or by going with their family, or just going down the lake with your buddies. Now, I would bet you put everything in the car, drove to the lake or wherever you were camping, and parked it and set up right where you were at. So today, I want to talk to you about a different kind of camping. I want to inform you about how backpacking is different than regular camping. I want to show you and explain to you some different kinds of gear that is useful for when you're backpacking. And I want to talk to you about some good destinations in the United States for backpacking. So first, let's talk about how backpacking is different from regular camping. First, it is by far more challenging and rigorous than regular camping, simply because you can't just put everything in the car and drive to where you want to camp. And usually when you go to a car, you don't hike 10 to 15 miles with everything on your back. So with that, let's talk about some of the kinds of specialty gear that is very useful to you when you're backpacking. But first, according to the Backpacker magazine, volume 34, issue 6, they actually tested some backpacking stoves that were 1 ounce in weight. Now, when backpacking, it's very important to have very compressed items when carrying it, so you can carry more things depending on how many nights and days you stay. So with that, there's also different kinds of backpacks that are useful. You could just take a regular backpack camping, but you would probably be very uncomfortable and not be able to carry very many things. So what I want to show you is an actual backpacking backpack that I have. And some of the things for a backpacking backpack is the straps on it. As you can see, they're way more padded than regular backpacks, and it has the hip belt, so you can carry a lot more weight. Also with it, they're a lot bigger, they carry a lot more volume of items, and the way it disperses all the compartments to where it makes it more evenly dispersed on your back, so you can be more comfortable. So now that you know about some kinds of specialty gear that you want for backpacking to make it easier, let's talk about some of the good places in the United States you can go to backpack. So first, according to the easinarticles.com website, under the top 5 backpacking adventures in the United States, on number 4 on the list, it's actually Glacier National Park in Montana. Now, I've personally been to Glacier National Park in Montana, and I think that's one of the best places you could possibly go, due to the fact of the enormous area you can go, and just the scenery in the mountains are amazing. And another one that I picked that I really enjoy is Yellowstone National Park, which rated number 2 on the top 5 backpacking adventures in the United States. At Yellowstone, there's actually 1,100 miles of trails you can backpack, and like over 300 geysers you can see. So today I talked to you about how backpacking is different from regular camping. How you can't just throw everything in a car and go drive down by the lake, even though that's fun, and camp. You got to throw everything on your back. I showed you and talked about some kind of gear that is very useful, like the backpack and the stoves that are extremely lightweight. And I talked to you about some good places, or I should say great places in the United States to backpack. So next time you're thinking about going camping, I encourage you to step it up a notch. You could say, throw everything on your back and go backpacking.